Is that part of Two Warriors, or was
That was Mark and I were independent poets at in the beginning, and we met at this poetry event in New York, and we decided to write together. So when we perform, we do our own individual pieces as well as dual pieces.
You guys do a lot of synchronicity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, is that hard?
The more you perform the same poem, it's just like
it was
a
very
play.
on point,
Yeah,
very good
it's on-
timing.
yeah.
We've
And you
been-
said there's a difference between what you do, like, yours is spoken word as opposed to slam.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Well, slam poetry, you compete with other poets, and you get scores, and there's a prize at the end. Spoken word poetry is, the writing is a little bit different because you don't have to cater to an audience. You don't have to cater to elicit emotions. You're writing specifically on a topic that you wanna put out there, and slam poets can do it as well, but
They seem to have more of a prize in mind, or
sometimes, yeah.
I kind of get that vibe. Sometimes it's like you're just writing to make people clap.
There's
So-
techniques to make that happen.
So one
Yeah.
is like what you're feeling and you don't care about if you win an award or not, and one is because you're thinking about what you're talking
You're
about, but you have to
doing
make it more refined to maybe get a better reaction.
Is she right?
I don't know. I mean, there's a fine line, but the kind of work that Mark and I do, representing the Filipino community. We write specifically about Philippines and growing up as Filipinos and different issues that contribute to our culture.
I'm glad I'm Filipino. Right? Is that
That-
one of yours?
that's
I'm glad to
cool.
be Filipino. One of your
Is
poems.
there?
There's something we didn't use the clip because the sound wasn't too
Maybe
good.
there's one that
It's good that finally the mainstream
Am I just
is
making
like
up
coming
poems?
around.
I think so. I'll write it if you want to.
Let's do it.
It's the year of the Filipino.
It is, yeah. They're all over TV. Don't you know?
I think Justin
There's some
Trio.
kind of cultural kind of like
Revolution. The
explosion.
Filipinos are the second largest Asian population in the country now.
What's the first? Japanese.
I think it's
I don't think so.
Spanish. Oh no,
Asian.
Asian population. Chinese is first.
Yeah,
okay.
Then Filipinos. Yeah.
Right on.
That's for like
and
most.
you're moving to the Philippines.
I am moving to the Philippines for 1 year.
Are you sure it's only going to be a year?
Well,
If
you
you
never
go
know.
over there, can you change something about their thing? How they go like da 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 da, English, and they're like da 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 da. You know what I mean? Da 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 da. And
It's
they're like,
half English, half Filipino.
oh my God, change that.
Taglish.
Why change that?
Please change it.
Spanish do it,
It
do
gets
they?
me.
Yeah.
It gets me interested, and then I'm like, and they're like da 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 da. I'm like, whoa. I was like,
Whatever.
no, like I really
That's
want
how
to
they
watch.
talk. You gotta tell them stop talking like they talk.
I really want to watch the shows. Like I watched R3P.
Then watch it. Turn it up. Turn on the volume.
Anyway.
You just look good. No,
I
I'm
need
just
to.
kidding.
I need to understand what they're saying. That's like
Well,
they should put a
then
subtitle.
learn.
They should put a subtitle underneath when they start talking like Filipino.
Then they're gonna put the other Filipino subtitle.
I-
Whatever.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Sorry, tangent. That's my tangent.
Okay.
It is.
So let's see what else. Oh, we're running out of time already.
That's my corner.
So do you have a crush right now? You have a poem called Crush.
I do. We have a
Ooh.
Mark and I wrote a poem called Crush.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you have a crush right now?
Do I have a crush right now?
Right now,
Right now.
We're smiling.
Perhaps.
he's like, I want to crush your head right now.
So we. Oh, I have a Filipino joke.
Okay.
I don't know if it's good.
Try it.
Okay. I don't even know. Okay. So, what did the Filipinos say after the last election when Obama became president?
I don't know. What did the Filipinos say?
Dinigawan. Oh, sorry. Anyway, speaking of language, Harry's gonna give us. What is dinigawan? That's like blood, right?
That's like blood.
It's blood soup. Blood.
Pig's blood. Pig's
Oh my
blood.
God.
Do you eat that?
I tried it once.
How is it?
I tried it once.
They put sugar all over. Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess it was.
So,
It's
the other
good, though.
language you speak, you speak another language too, yeah?
Yes.
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you hear much of it in New York?
Only when I'm with the local guys.
Oh, okay. Right on. You can spread it.
But then there's a
Spread out
Brooklyn
that.
accent. There's a Queens accent. There's a
Speaking pigeon with those accents?
Oh, brother,
there's
lad.
Wow, that's cool.
People.
Well, can you give us your pigeon with a local boy accent or
I can
via
do
New York
poem.
City on the way to PI?
Sure.
Cool.
PI.
So Harry's going to give us a sample of his poetry
Okay.
with
Okay.
a piece called
My pigeon.
Right on.
Okay.
Woohoo! Thank you.
All
Whenever
right.
you're ready.
It's called My Pigeon. Free from a cage, I hear this rhythmic cooing, high above banyan tree branches outside of the gates of school, but within those iron bars, no melodies wake my spirit. Stay away from that pigeon. That's what the instructors forced in your mind every time I flew off to the playground. They made me feel like it was some kind of dirty, stink, kolohe talk meant for people less than me. I spoke. Unfortunately, sometimes I still speak with locks on my mouth, but I think, hey, you're not the boss of my words, so don't tell me how to flap my tongue or work my mind. I ramble the sing-song first language of my Hanabara days. A teacher's loud voice is loud enough to scare birds away, then words scatter. I lose my pigeon to the sky, and up above the sun is so bright, all I see is white, while inside the boundaries of an institution, I listen in dark corners. There's whispering in the bathroom. A beat of another song becomes alive in my ear, but brah, kuli kuli pipe down. But might a teacher catch us and give us bus jobs, yeah? Because you know, they only like make the words make, die, dead. While inside the boundaries of home, you never need to be one haole or think like those palangis. My mother always reminded me that my cousins spoke better English than I did. Me, the one being raised in America. But Mom, you don't understand, I'm a Kama'aina. I live aloha. It's not my heritage, I know. Alam ko. At hindi ko malimutan ang dila ng tao natin. I will not forget the language of our people, but Hawaii is the culture that has embraced me, and I know that my cousins in the Philippines speak the same language of freedom. You see, history has always proven that we had to be forced to. And I think back on my own personal history when I remember meles or songs that are no longer being sung. I remember stories that are no longer being told or written or even recollected. Memories already learned, lost, like a language that was never given a chance to become a language, sewn together by immigrant dreams, longing for homelands and plantation life. Filtered and distilled in a textbook of a one-sided history. I search for my pigeon and I ask it, who poke you in the eye, hit you in one slingshot in the wing, you mutated, stub-toed words. You stumble, but please find your way home. Thank you.
Wow.
Yay!
My
That was
chicken
amazing.
skin.
Bring the chair
Wow,
back.
thank you, Harry. That was Harry Ramos from Two Warriors
Oh.
doing My Pigeon.
Yep.
I think we have
And
a little
we have
while.
about a minute left. Wow, thank you, Harry. When did you write that?
Actually, I wrote that when I was in the University of Hawaii. I was taking a pigeon writing class with Lois Anya Manaka at the time, and it
Oh,
really
wow.
inspired me
Right on.
to hook onto my roots.
I love that because you gotta. I'm such
There's
a
like so
language,
many
and so that's
levels,
such
yeah.
a language that we need to keep going.
Yes,
since
yes.
the
It is a
Howleys killed
language,
Hawaiian,
too.
but we're bringing them back.
Yeah.
Even though I know Hawaiian and
They
I
don't
kind of
teach, they
speak.
teach it. Like,
I think they've tried to do a few classes at the university. I'm not sure
Litonouchi,
now, but
maybe?
Litonouchi does a lot, and
Yeah.
Bamboo Ridge
Right
Press a
on.
long time ago. And
Thank you, Harry, for
thank
being
you.
our guest.
Thank
on
you for letting me
ShakaTalk.
come and
Thank
talk
you.
story with you folks.
Right on, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching
Thank
ShakaTalk.
you.
I'm Dr. Rhea, my co-hostess Edna McMahon,
Hi.
and our
Hey.
special guest Harry Ramos.
Thank you.
Right on. And hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. Toodaloo.
Aloha.
Party in
Bye.
the 808. Yeah.